Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, yesterday I did make a video on why I do believe that you should be holding at least 1,000 Hbar at the bare minimum. I think that everyone should be holding a lot more Hbar. I think that, right now, like for an example with Casper, right? The biggest thing to me was not gauging how high we could go on Casper and calculating my holdings like that, but I just calculated how much I would make if we went back to the November high. See, that's the thing that I have been calculating with Hbar too. Like, I'm looking at, okay, how much can I accumulate of Hbar under, we'll say 6 cents, 7 cents, or even 10 cents, and if we go back to 50 cents, okay, that's either one, a 10x, or possibly even just a 5x. So if you invest, we'll say $5,000, you'll make $25,000, or if it goes 10x, you make $50,000. And of course, the higher, the more you put in, the more that you make. But I always just look at it as like, okay, well, that's bare minimum gain. So on the bare minimum side of things, if I was to say for so invest $10,000 at an average price of, we'll just say, I don't know, 10 cents, okay? And we go to 50 cents. Well, now my $10,000 is worth $50,000. And say for so we go to $1. Well, at $1, there we go. I made $100,000, and any dollar up from there is, an additional $100,000. The reason why I say this is that we always get caught up in the what ifs, what could, this, that. But now we have a base point to start on with Hbar. And I'm not saying that we're only going to 50 cents. No, I'm just saying like that's a good way to gauge on how much you should actually be holding of Hbar. Don't calculate on, okay, well, if I hold 1,000 Hbar and if it goes to, we'll say, $100, okay, well, I made a ton of money. But you got to remember, how long will it take to actually see Hbar go above $10? That's the thing, right? So right now, I just want you guys to understand that I have been utilizing this time properly to accumulate as much Hbar as possible, as much Casper as possible, as much LCX as possible, AOBT, XRP, etc. And of course, I'm not buying anything that has, taken off massively like XRP. I just think that there's better buys out there. QNT as well. I'm not buying any QNT until we go to like $110, $100, or anything under $100. So just to let you guys know. But nonetheless, we have a weekly recap of what happened in Hedera. So yesterday, like I said, I made that video. We were really kind of talking about the Aberdeen partnership. I think that that's an incredible partnership. It really kind of gauges the success of what Hedera's essentially morphing into. And in reality, I do think that's going to be, it really is just like the start of everything that's going to blossom. I mean, we're seeing a ton of media attention, a ton of marketing happening. I mean, for an example, like that was CoinDesk major announcement around Aberdeen, which we did talk about. It's a massive partnership, by the way. Like if you guys want to learn more about that partnership, definitely go check out the video from yesterday. But we also do see down here, first African emissions reduction platform to begin trading on Hedera, of course, and I should say, using funds from the Hbar Foundation Sustainable Impact Fund. That's how CYNK was set up. Then we also do see down here, we love 5 green blockchain projects. Again, Hedera getting much love there as well from CSR International. And then, of course, the block Aberdeen takes another step into digital assets with Hedera partnership. So a ton of mass media coverage. Also, Zenobia Goshak, I hope that I'm saying that last name right. I'm probably not, but nonetheless, she has been absolutely killing it in regards to not only the marketability behind Hedera, but also she's been doing a ton of the one-on-one, it's the discussion around gossip about gossip. That is incredible as well. We've been seeing so much insights being shared around Hedera, and it has not stopped at all. But also, I want to share with you guys what is happening around the mainnet of Hedera. So first off, Christian Hasker shared 3 hours ago. At the time that this goes live, it's going to be a little bit longer ago, but he shared this governing council meeting with a ton of faces there from the GC, and they're really kind of talking about what's going to happen next in regards to the actual council. And we do see from the Hbar Bull, shout out to Hbar Bull, we do see looks like a packed house at the Hedera governing council meeting. I wonder if they will be voting a few more members in, also just in time for the spike in network volume. And yes, if you guys have missed it, we've been seeing a ton of mainnet volume. This is actually showing 39.90 TPS. I actually have it over here. 1 second. I just had it open. I can't even. All right, there we go. So We are currently sitting at about 42 TPS right now. 38. It's kind of going in, between like 30 to 45 to even earlier. I seen like 100 plus. It's absolutely insane. But this is great to see. And I know that we're only kind of celebrating like, 40, 30, whatever. I actually look forward to the day where the TPS is at like 1,000, 5,000, possibly even 10,000. I actually made a little bit of a joke of a tweet over on Twitter, and I actually want to ask you guys. So this was the joke of the tweet. It was basically just like me asking people what they would do, and I want to know what you guys would think if the Hedera mainnet TPS just hit 10,000 and HBAR is going parabolic. What is the first thing that you guys are doing? Because honestly, in reality, that is basically what is going to be happening eventually in time. When we do see some high TPS demanding use cases going live. Like right now, we just hit 52 TPS at the time that I am recording this video, which is pretty nice compared to what we were seeing during the summer. I mean, like the TPS were basically dead. So this is awesome. And also, like I said, we have these TPS right now during a time where we are about to see, a new GC member possibly. Or I should say 2 new GC members, and we just seen 1 new GC member that is, a massive giant, almost $1 trillion in assets under management. The Coinbase exchange listing next week, which, by the way, if you guys missed it, we actually have a little bit of a discussion on this. Shout out to Noob Asado, I hope that I'm saying that name right. HBAR deposits reopened on Coinbase Pro, trading HBAR next week. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we will be seeing trading going back into live mode next week or sometime, within the middle of the month. That's basically what we have been waiting for. And also single-sided staking on SushiSwap Labs very soon. Avery Dennison, ServiceNow, and DLA Piper, big use cases soon as well. It is very incredible to see, like I said, the TPS rising. Right now it's sitting at 28, but it has been kind of bumping up here and there, jumping around, all while we are still waiting for these big use cases to go live. I'm so excited and very enthusiastic about these new big use cases going live because I want to see the TPS at that time. And also, shout out to Maurice.hbar over on Twitter for this tweet. I appreciate you. And also, from the HBAR to the Moon account, here is the TPS on the testnet sitting at about 2,461. We are waiting for the testnet TPS to really kind of morph into the mainnet. Like I said, if we get to like 1,000 plus, 2,000 plus, like that is going to be a day that we celebrate 100% because it's going to be very exciting. And also, here we have the mainnet over here, 337 TPS today. That's where we reached. And this is just the beginning. And we do see down here from HBAR Bonacci, I can't wait to see the full potential of Hedera in terms of transactions per second. 337 TPS is nothing compared to what it can tolerate. I completely agree. I really do, I really do think going forward, we are going to see some very, very high TPS. Again, just a few of these major use cases that they are talking about could easily push the TPS to, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And with step function, I mean, we could easily hit 10,000 plus TPS. And then after that, we really kind of look at, what is Hedera going to do to gauge the scale, which would most likely incorporate sharding, which is going to allow for unlimited TPS to be achieved, which is very exciting. But also, over here to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that @name, but it's just Heart over on Twitter. We do see step function happening live on Hedera mainnet. HBAR 260 transactions on the mainnet in the last hour, peak at 381. Still ongoing. This is it. This is what we have been waiting for. Now, I wouldn't say that, it's a full-on step function happening, but it still is very exciting with all of these major announcements that are happening and have happened in the last week. We do see the council meetings in Dubai ramping up. So I think that we are going to see a lot more announcements, a lot more price movement. I think that right now HBAR has been like kind of moving up in price. I haven't really looked at it so much in terms of price, but I do have weekly buys set up. I'm definitely waiting to see if they are going to be targeted, but it is very exciting to be an HBAR barbarian at this current moment in time. And also, Avery Dennison gave us a little bit of an insight on their major use case, and we actually do see HBAR Bonacci responding in the comments, but we do see connected products, our platform illuminates soul of products by improving supply chain visibility, an insightful article on sustained brands featuring Gap Inc. and AD Smart Track. And also, We do see a quote from Gap. We actually have this open over here. The level of complexity that each element in the supply chain has means there is an exponential number of control points by the time it gets to the consumer. And this could ultimately unlock a ton of TPS as well. Like the TPS demand from this could be very exciting. And also, I think the Gap quote, I don't know if the Gap quote is in here. But I guess it would most likely be easier to just really kind of read this comment. But we do see Gap Inc. is currently exploring how to more thoroughly integrate Atma.io into the supply chain, and will review the results of the first use case at the end of 2022. So again, Atma.io is very exciting. I think that they said in the fall timeframe this is going to go fully live, which is also very exciting. And this is a huge area of focus because I do think that the TPS from this is going to be very large. Again, this is all centered on like product data, as well as like track and trace, things like that. So the amount of TPS from something like this, we don't know the full-on amount of demand this could, really kind of generate, but it's in the billions of TPS. And we do see for us to be able to shift from being a mere consumption-based economy to a more circular economy, there needs to be more traceability and transparency. Traceability is the enabler for transparency. And why do I bring this up? Why do I talk about this? Well, track and trace on Hedera has been the biggest key. And, having something like Atma.io to track and trace every single item, think about that, every single item is huge. And again, we do see the blockchain integration makes a product's provenance data impervious to greenwashing and manipulation, and Atma.io natively integrates into digital ledgers such as Hedera, creating immutable records. And yes, it's going to be very exciting. Very, very happy for something like this to go live. And in fact, like I said, Hedera is 100% going to power the global supply chain integration into this system. They've been working with a few supply chain giants as well, like AVC Global, for an example. They are a next generation intelligent supply chain platform that maximizes efficiencies, eliminates fraud, and ensures the quality of goods, delivering total protection. Also, I just thought about this while I was reading that, and this doesn't even include the Coupon Bureau. I'm still very excited for the Coupon Bureau. Again, that is centered on track and trace as well. That's all centered on traceability, transparency, things like that. So that is also a big one. And all of these are some pretty high throughput use cases. So I'm very excited for all of this. And as you guys do see down here, here's the track and trace sort of idea around the pharmaceutical industry, which is a huge industry. And also, this is not the only one. We also do see over here from the Hedera Consensus Service and MVC track and trace platform, now fully integrated for pharmaceutical supply chain and compliance and finance. This goes back to May 2021. I think that this was actually posted at around that same time frame, but I want to say that it wasn't. But this is basically centered on the same thing. This is all centered around pharmaceuticals, and this is also utilizing the Smart Hub and Smart Pass, which they are kind of showing us down here, the Smart Hub and the Smart Pass, and how it will work. Again, this is a huge area of focus, and like I said, Hedera they really are at the core process of the enterprise grade area for a lot of these massive TPS demanding use cases, and we are all just waiting patiently for them to go live. I know that sometimes it sucks, but hey, seeing 61 TPS on the mainnet, seeing things kind of ramping up now, while the price action isn't too bad. I mean, yeah, we are still down in the ditch, but hey, I believe that we will rise out of it greatly. And in the next major bull run for Hedera, for the entire crypto market, I think that's going to be an incredible time. And I really do think that being patient will pay off greatly. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, set notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And as always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.